Greetings and welcome to ChaoticBeagle Entertainment. I am your host, Chaos, as always. Thank you for joining us today. Today we have another lovely DeckTech to bring to you all. This is one of my own personal decks. I had a previous deck, as you might have noticed, the dinosaur playmat that we are going to utilize today. Had a dinosaur deck previously that was very nice. It was fun. It was big, mean creatures, but needed a good deal of revamping and updates and a lot of work. It needed a lot of work. And after the Lost Caverns of Ixalan set came out last year, I noticed a lot of cards that I felt would be some really good additions to and basically rework it. We did a DeckTech after I had made the first change. So the original commander to this deck was the illustrious Gishoth, Sun's Avatar. So this was originally the commander I used. I had the original card, then I got the Secret Lair, which this is a gorgeous, gorgeous Secret Lair. Let me see if I can get this thing to focus in. There we go. It's a gorgeous Secret Lair. It's foil, full art, like ridiculously good looking. I love every bit of this card. You know, it's got powerful arms. What is this? Unlucky vampire sitting in its belly digesting away, and then venomous bite. Very, very much love this commander. It was big, it was scary, it would come out and swing, and some cool stuff would happen. But noticing that it was needing some work, I basically dropped this commander in lieu of adding in this next one. After a few small revamps, I started to use Zakama, which he's nice, a lot of abilities, he's very pricey, but if I can get enough mana, he's got a bunch of abilities. You get all your lands untapped when he comes into play, and just when he enters the battlefield, you don't have to, if you cast it and you bring him back out, you get all your lands back, and so it doesn't slow you down. You can basically pop him, bring him out, if you can make him cheaper, and then, get the mana out to pop him and then drop him out. He comes with a lot of pain and destruction. But after seeing Lost Caverns of Ixalan, he was also retired. And so, for today's DeckTech, I have the pleasure of showing you my new Dino commander, Pantlaza, Sun Favored. Very, very nice card. His ability, he is a 2 red, green, white dinosaur legendary creature, 4/4. Whenever Pantlaza, Sun Favored, or another dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control, you may discover X, where X is that creature's toughness. Do this only once each turn. So for this instance of this guy, you can basically I like Discover. Discover's very cool, very powerful. Basically, you flip cards off the top of your deck until you get a card that is equal to or less than his toughness, and you either cast that card without paying its mana cost, or you put it in your hand. That's how Discover works, and is based on his toughness, or whatever dinosaur that comes out, their toughness, whatever their toughness is. There's some big, disgusting dinosaurs, kind of like you saw a moment ago. Gishoth, Zakama, you bring one of them out. What is this? So Gishoth has toughness 6, and then Zakama toughness 9. So if you were to bring one of these out, anything toughness 9 or less for him, anything toughness or mana cost 6 or less, because it's based on their toughness, mana cost 6 or less, you can either cast it for free or put it in your hand. So if it's a target removal, put it in your hand, save it for later. If it's a new dinosaur, put it out on the battlefield. You won't get the trigger for that new one coming out, but you get that free dinosaur or enchantment or artifact or whatever it may be. Very, very nice. And there are some ways in this deck, as you will see very shortly. There are some ways of getting multiple triggers off with this guy Yes, I played a couple of games. There was one game I kind of went off at the end and did some very nice work. There was a game I got mana screwed. We won't pay attention to that one. I'll just bring any kind of details from the good match that I had, the really, really good match that I had, and I ended up winning with, I call him Pantlaza, like Lava. The other players at the table were like, are you saying Pantlaza? I was like, yes, I am. But yeah, so let's go through this one. I do appreciate you guys coming and joining us. If you like these kind of videos, want to see more, please do hit that bell, like, subscribe. That way you guys know when the next videos come up, and you can come and join us for more. But all right, we are going. Here, we'll put them down there a little bit. Haha! We're going to go ahead and get rolling here with the Pantlaza DeckTech. Alright, so first things off, the base lands. First off, we have mountains. We got 7. Very nice. Next up, we have forests, of which we have 9 forests. We have plains as our third basic mana type. Now we have 7 of those. Went with all matching card arts, so that way, you know, it was consistent, felt nice and customized for my deck. Alright, next, unique lands, of which we have 13 unique lands in this deck. Let's tighten up here a little bit. Alright, we got Mosswort Bridge, Reliquary Tower, because you can get to a point of making some heavy draws. Cinderglade, Exotic Orchard, Rogue's Passage, Canopy Vista, Path of Ancestry, Fabled Passage, Cliff Top Retreat, Myriad Landscape, Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, and Command Tower, the illustrious Command Tower there. Alright, next on the list we have artifacts. So, artifacts. We have 6 artifacts roaming around in this deck. Stomping around here, we got Herald's Horn, Urza's Incubator, Swiftfoot Boots, Progenitor's Icon, Arcane Signet, and Strionic Resonator. Now, as I mentioned before, if you haven't noticed, Strionic Resonator, to tap it, cop target triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. So, one thing that this does say is it does say that you can only do this once each turn, but that's his triggered ability. If you copy the triggered ability, it's a second instance of it, so it doesn't count towards this one. You're not activating this ability a second time, you are copying it, so it should go on a stack. If anybody does know if that's kind of wonky in the rules, please do let me know, but that's what I've built this deck on, is the ability to, you know, this guy's ability only triggers once, but there's ways of copying it and throwing it on the stack a second time, so it should count as another instance of that working. But that's what this deck is kind of built around, is being able to not only copy it, but other creatures get it. Also, blinking this guy, which basically makes a new instance of him so it can be triggered again. So, yes. Unless I am messing that up. I feel that I did enough research to understand that it is a possibility of being able to duplicate that triggered ability, even if it does say happens only once. I want to say that I'm pretty sure I did enough research to where I can copy it and throw another copy on the stack, and it won't count towards the limited once per turn of this, because it's a new instance of that triggered ability. So that should be correct. But if anybody has any details on that, please feel free to throw those in the comments below. All right. So enchantments. We got 8 enchantments in this deck. So we have a food chain, which that is the secret lair food chain of the VHS set, if anybody, and it is the foil. So love that. It's got the little VHS tape like cut out there, and it looks like the sleeve, and it's got the enchantment and the sale amount there. I love those. I thought those were really, really awesome cards. This is coming out towards the end of, or beginning of June, the month of June, and I know that the secret lair they currently have up is I don't know, it's got the Instagram goblins and a whole bunch of other stuff that just, it feels like hot garbage. These I liked. I like these though. So that's food chain. All right, from the rubble. Let me make sure, get you guys cleared up there. Rhythm of the Wild, Zendikar Resurgent, Unnatural Growth, which this is very nice as well. So dinos are big. Let's say you got a 10/10 dino in here. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. So if I've got a 10/10, if it's somebody else's turn, it would still double to be a 20/20 at the beginning of their combat. Or my combat, any combat. So this one is very nice in a dino deck. Garruk's Uprising, Elemental Bond, and lastly but not least, Teleportation Circle. So again, at the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. So if I blink him, basically exile up to 1 target artifact or creature, then what would happen is when he comes back into play, his ability would go off again under its owner's control. So yes, that's how I've built this deck around. Again, if there's something wonky in the rules that I'm missing up, please let me know. Otherwise, I do have fun with this deck. I've played it, had some good matches. I think it's a very cool and interesting deck. Very similar to my buddy's Brago deck, where he has Blink and he kind of does the same thing, but all of his is also ETBs. But it doesn't have the limitation of, you know, the once each turn. So I know those rules sometimes get a little sticky, but hopefully I have not put anything in here that is kind of a moot point card on a card. Sorceries. We have 6 sorceries. Kadama's Reach, Commune with Dinosaurs, 3 Visits, Nissa's Pilgrimage, and Rampant Growth, along with Cultivate, the classic. Alright. Oh, and then Rampant Growth there, again, Secret Lair, it's got the VHS cutout, Hi-Fi, love I like that Secret Lair a whole lot. It's a very nice Secret Lair. I enjoyed it. I've got all those cards spread across some decks. If you guys hear giggling in the background, it's baby Chaos back here having a good time, chilling out with dear old dad while he shows off his Magic the Gathering cards like a giant nerd. All right, next up we have instants. We have 9, so we've got 9 instants to go through here. Path to Exile, Ephemerate, again, target creature you control, exile target creature you control, return it to its owner, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control, and then you can rebound. If you cast this from your hand, exile it as it resolves at the end or beginning of your next upkeep. You may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. Very nice. So basically, I can cast this to flip him to get his ability to go off again. So, yes. Alright, Generous Gift. Return of the Wild Speaker. Swords to Plowshares. Cloud Shift, again another bounce there. Boros Charm. Heroic Intervention. And Eerie Interlude, again another blink. So I put several white instant blink cards in to try and be able to bounce my commander, so that way I can get more instances of his ability going off each turn. So that way I just keep rolling through and getting, free stuff to cast. So, alright. Now to the lovely, hefty, big boy part, the creatures. So we got 34 creatures rolling through this deck. And just to show this off as well, I do also have the Pantlaza. Yes, I said lava. The Pantlaza Ultra Pro sleeves to go along with it. And I figured if I'm going to go that far, I might as well get the deck box as well. So official Magic the Gathering Ultra Pro deck box and sleeves for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan to go along with my bitey boy, the Pantlaza dinosaur. Or Pantlaza, sun favored there, but you know what I'm talking about. Come on, people. Keep up. Alright. So now, last thing on the list, creatures, 34. Zakama, Primal Calamity. Gishoth, Sun's Avatar, in the secret lair there. Quartzwood Crasher, and I do have ways of giving my dinosaurs trample. Alright, Dinosaur Egg, Bronzebeak Foragers, Runic Armasaur, Ripjaw Raptor, Hulking Raptor, Raging Raptors, Otepic Huntmaster, Kinjali's Sunwing, Palani's Hatcher, Tyrannax Rex, Shifting Ceratops, Regal Behemoth. Nope. The only thing I will say about these sleeves, they stick together quite easily. They do not slide apart very well. I would like them to be a little more matte instead of the glossy that they are, but, it's all good. It's all for the fun and protection of the cards. Galta and Mavrin. Or Mavrin. Marauding Raptors. A lot of Raptors in here. Curious Altasaur. Scion of Calamity. Itzaquinth, Firstborn of Gishoth. So here's one. Itzaquinth, Firstborn of Gishoth, enters the battlefield. You may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage. Oh, no, that's not him. That's a different one. But you can take him to basically punch another creature. Galta, Primal Hunger. Yes. Wayward Swordtooth. Here he is. Sun Frill Imitator. So this is one, when he attacks, you may have him become a copy of another target dinosaur you control, except its name is Sunfrill Imitator, and it has this ability. So, basically, if I attack with him and I got my commander out, this guy right here, then he becomes a copy, except not named the same. So, and he's not legendary, so I can basically make him into a copy of Pantlaza, and now I've got 2 dinosaurs that have that ETB trigger. So, more dinosaurs and free spells and everything. Etzacan Seer, Thrashing Brontodon, Wrathful Raptors, Forerunner of the Empire, Topiary Stomper, Rampaging Ferocidon, Atali Primal Storm, Atla, I always say Alta, Atla, Palani, Nest Tender, Waking Sun's Avatar Polyraptor, more raptors, and Atali Primal Conqueror, which has the reverse side when you transform him to Atali Primal Sickness, which he becomes an 11/11, trample indestructible, and deals combat damage to a player. They get that many poison counters. So yes, awesome. So there you have it. There is my newly revamped, newly restructured, newly rebuilt dinosaur tribal deck, headed by Pantlaza, Sun Favored, instead of Gashoth and instead of Zakama. So awesome. All right, thank you all for joining me today. Hopefully you all like this. If you got some ideas, great. If you have some ideas to send my way for upgrades or stuff that I could include in the deck, please send it my way. Love to hear from you all. Love chatting with you guys in the comments, conversing back and forth, gaining ideas, figuring out some of the intricacies of the game. And just appreciate all the time and effort and love and attention that you all give us on the channel. So thank you very much. I am Chaos with ChaoticBeagle Entertainment, signing out of here. You all have a happy, safe, and fun week, and I will see you guys later.